Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, June 19th, 2021. Kind of overcast a little bit today, like hazy sun in and out. It's warm, it's in the low 80s. Not a bad day though, not a bad day at all. We're going to get into this video in a second. Yes! Oh, give me a minute, I'm making a video and I'll go open it. Alright. So, potatoes are doing crazy good. Look at the peas. Oh, I just wanted to kind of show you this real quick. The carrots are all coming up. We got more radishes coming. Cauliflower and broccoli in here. They're doing great. These are cucumbers here. And you can see them all starting to come. Or is this... Wait a minute, let me think. Yeah, I think the... Hey, back. Yeah. These ones here, are these cucumbers, right? Oh, cantaloupe. Okay. Well, sorry, guys. So, cantaloupes. Yep. I'm showing one right there. So, cantaloupes through here. Lettuce on the outside. And I just want to show you this too. We're starting on the very top there. It looks like we might actually get a flower on the marigolds. So, lettuce on the outside there. More radishes through here. These ones might be the cucumbers, I think. I think these might be the cucumbers here. And then we got more peppers on that side, some more tomatoes. We have the onions, 3 rows of onions all through the center here. The green and yellow beans on both sides here. Mostly tomatoes all in this bed. One pepper plant there. This side here, this is all watermelon over here. And once again, I don't know what she's got over here. I don't remember. But we got whatever it is, it's growing. The squash are coming along. I'll show you our biggest squash that we have. We'll wait till that gets a little bit bigger, and then that's going to get harvested and eaten because it'll be more tender. Once it gets too big, they get woody and they don't taste as well. So, but they're all coming along, and then this one is zucchini over here. So we got yellow squash, that's yellow squash, yellow squash, yellow squash, and that's the zucchini. And then of course over here we have strawberries are doing fantastic. Becky's picked a few of those already and eaten them. And of course the asparagus. And we're just going to let that go up and go to seed this year. That'll just take over this whole bed, like I said before. It's a matter of time. So you don't harvest it your first year, you don't harvest it the second year, it'll be the third year. That's when we're going to harvest the asparagus. Alright, so I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I think is important. I think it's important. You think on an everyday level, you know, they always said women live longer than men. Okay? And I always make the joke, I said it's because men die in self-defense to get away from their wives. Just a joke. But the reality is, a lot of men die first. Now it's changing now because of the workforce and a lot more women being out in the workforce and stuff like that. But jobs, when you are the breadwinner of the family, and I know that there's a lot of women out there now who are head of households, so I'm not diminishing this. I'm not saying that this is not happening with you ladies as well, because it absolutely is. But traditionally, men died before women because of stress. A lot of pressure. You're the breadwinner. You got to take care of your family. A lot of responsibility. Putting up with a lot of crap at work. You know, all those type of things. And so, dealing with that, it causes a lot of stress. So why am I talking about stress? In a post-event, stress, believe it or not, is going to be a big-time killer as well. Because if you look at, again, the number of unprepared people that are out there, the more prepared you are, the less stressed you're going to be. Excuse me, I felt that one coming. the less stressed you'll be because you are more prepared. Think about the fact that, again, that 95% of the people in this country are not ready for a 2-week disaster, okay? So when you look at it in that context and you think about the stress level of the responsibility of people in a post-event, okay, it is going to be a huge killer of folks. Now, let's couple that stress with the fact that I think that I'm not 100% sure what the number is, but I know it's quite large. That, you know, I think it's over 40% of Americans are either overweight or obese. I think it might even be higher than that, to be honest with you now, but let's just say it's 40%. You're now doing physical activity. You're doing physical activity that you're not used to doing because you have to survive, okay? You're going to see a lot of people dropping dead because they're not physically ready to handle the situation. Plus, you compound that with stress on top of it. That's going to be a big time killer in a post-event. So obviously, I'm going to encourage all of you to try to get in better shape, number one. Number two, I definitely want to encourage you all to reduce your stress as much as you can now in your lives, and in preparation for that post-event. When something happens and you are more prepared and you are ready, and I want you to think about this too, guys. It's not necessarily just a worst case scenario. It's definitely not just that. There he comes. You done gabberjawing? Yep. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. I do it all the time, all day long. So you know. Yep. So, just one of my neighbors walking by, but with being ready, like I said, it's not necessarily just a worst case scenario. Being prepared for anything that can happen in your life. Again, could be death of a loved one, okay? Could be sickness, prolonged sickness where you're not able to do something. If you are more ready for that, that extra food and stuff that you have on hand is going to help carry you through those hard times. You know, the more prepared we are for whatever is going to happen, it puts us in a better frame of mind and a lot less stress. Stress is going to be absolutely a huge killer in a post-event. So again, I want to encourage everybody, reduce your stress levels now as much as you possibly can. And I know we live in a very, very stressful environment. Before I made this change, guys, in my life, and looked and did a hard evaluation and where I was and how miserably unhappy I was and working all the time and not getting ahead, I knew I needed to make some changes. I was stressed out all the time. I used to get headaches all the time. I ended up actually one time, and I thought I was having a heart attack. And so, I mean, I was having the chest pains, the whole 9 yards. So, of course, I took myself to the hospital, and it ended up being, I was having a panic attack. And they said it was because of stress. And I'll never forget. So I'm like, once they told me, yeah, you're definitely not having a heart attack, they had, checked my levels and everything like that. We're going to get in the process of getting you, out and stuff like that. I said, okay. I took the IV out. I took all of it out myself and got dressed and was ready to go. So when they came back in, I said, yeah, I took all the IV out and stuff myself. She goes, you did? And I go, well, I am a nurse. And she's like, oh, okay. So, but it was funny because I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not having a heart attack. Good, I'm going home. But stress will do that. Panic attacks. So much pressure on you as an individual. And again, that doesn't mean it just happens to men. It obviously happens to women too. But in a traumatic experience, a post-event, those type of things, that's going to be compounded greatly. But I know for myself, like I said again, I needed to make a change for my own well-being, for my own health. And once I made that move and I made that change, life has been so much better, a lot less stressful, and it is a better way to live, enjoying life instead of getting up every day realizing that I just got to keep doing the grind and never getting ahead. That's no way to live for anybody. It really isn't. So I would encourage you all to reduce your stress as much as you possibly can. You look at how we act with each other under stressful situations. It's not good. It's not good. So anyway, I want to hear your feedback on this, guys. I hope you like the update on the garden. The garden beds are doing awesome. I would show you in the greenhouse, but it's not that big of a deal. I have tomatoes. We got smaller tomatoes coming up in there. I have, some squash in there and some other things growing in the greenhouse. So we wanted to have a combination of out here and also utilizing the greenhouse as well. So that's kind of what we're doing. But I definitely want to hear your feedback on this stress situation. How is your stress levels? So here's my questions to you guys, okay? How are your stress levels now? And is there something that you can do to change your stress levels, to make your lives better? Are you going to be able to do that, okay? So anyway, I am going to jump off here for now. I hope you're having a great weekend. I will do another video later today. I'm actually going to go and reduce my stress as soon as I get this video up by jumping on my Harley and going for a ride. So there you go. So I hope you're all doing great, folks, and enjoy your weekend. And I definitely want to hear your feedback on this because I really do think this is an important topic. All right? Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. And I do think a lot of people don't realize that we are one race called the human race. And we need to really be watching out for each other. And as soon as we can do that and stop letting them manipulate us through the social media, through places like the television, which they call programming for a reason, and everything else, and realize that we all bleed red, we're going to be in a lot better shape, and then we can go after the real problems that we have in this country, which is big business and government. Second thing, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from that negativity, and you're going to go a lot farther. Again, another way to reduce stress. Get away from negativity. Negative people are negative. They want to bring you down to their level because they're miserably unhappy and they want you to be the same way. All right? So just don't give them that satisfaction. I wanted to show you this again. Becky was carrying it yesterday. She got this at a garage sale for $1. And it's a lantern. You put a candle in there and, you can carry that around. And with the reflective lights, that's going to be very, very cool. She's like, yeah, for $1, you can't beat that. And I'm like, absolutely not. So, all right, guys, I will see you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.